Cyberpunk 2077 dropped in 2020 as this broken and ambitious mess of a game that people either loved or tore apart depending on which console they played it on. But to me, somewhere under all the bugs and the controversy, CD Projekt Red was cooking and built a world that's looking more and more like the one we're actually heading to.
One time, a Maelstrom ganger killed a young kid right in front of my eyes. For shits and giggles. I couldn't do shit. The son of a bitch had corporal protection.
CD Projekt Red built Night City on the shoulders of 80s and 90s sci-fi that saw where we were heading long before we did. The Running Man, RoboCop, Blade Runner, Judge Dredd, Total Recall, just to name a few. I realize now that these were warnings disguised as action flicks and VHS rentals. And now we're living in the world they predicted, and Cyberpunk 2077 is the video game that connects all those dots.
Who asked you to think?
Excuse me?
I know damn well it wasn't me. Who was it? A word of advice, if I may. Do only what you're told to do.
I mean, think about it, we have the same corporate control and media manipulation, a constantly growing wealth gap, and just as much violence as entertainment. Most of us are so desensitized to violence at this point that we don't even view it as anything out of the ordinary, no matter if it's fictional or real. Our current timeline is just as fucked up as Cyberpunk, and it's only getting worse.
Our chief greases his palms with an anonymous donation. And guess what? Officially, kid blew his own brains out.
Right in front of your eyes.
Night City runs on corporate power that's basically untouchable. Arasaka, Militech, Biotechnica, these mega corporations own everything that matters, including private armies and the media. They're more powerful than governments because governments barely exist anymore. Politicians are just corporate puppets wearing different suits.
I did not seduce her. I kidnapped her. Right after the Buenos Six show.
Well, on to the romantic.
I feel like RoboCop nailed the corporate dystopia angle even stronger. The OCP owns the police and the city while treating human life as a resource to be optimized or discarded. Murphy gets killed and rebuilt as a product and a law enforcement tool, with his humanity scooped out and replaced by a program. That's exactly what happens to people in Night City. You install enough Chrome and eventually you're more machine than person. Cyberpsychosis is what happens when the modifications push you past some invisible line and you snap. The game treats it like a medical condition, but in my opinion, it's really about losing your humanity one upgrade at a time.
You look like a cut of fuckable meat, are you?
Your move, creep.
Media and RoboCop is everywhere you look. I mean, the movie is basically a walking commercial with breaks interrupting news about urban warfare from time to time. There are advertisements for products nobody needs or cares about, and entertainment is designed to distract you from the fact that society is collapsing.
Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready for Captain Freedom's workout.
Night City has the same constant media presence and brain rot. I mean, billboards are everywhere and you are basically bombarded with ads for literally everything. No matter where you go, the whole city is designed to keep you consuming and distracted. Although on a side note, I have to say that the city really does look visually incredible and CDPR really did cook here. I mean, damn, does it look good.
I'd buy that for $1.
The game's got this whole thing about media consumption and manufactured experiences where brain dances let you live someone else's memories and feel what they felt. It's the ultimate type of content and dopamine. Total Recall came out in 1990 and asked the question of what's real when your brain can be rewritten. Quaid goes to Recall for a vacation memory and ends up questioning his entire identity. Are his memories real or planted? Is he actually a secret agent or just a construction worker with delusions?
But how real does it seem?
As real as any memory in your head.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
No, I'm telling you, Doug, your brain will not know the difference.
And Gina loads the orgy with the infinite loop orgasm at the end.
No, Ellis double that.
You're kidding. And he couldn't tell?
Nah, come on.
Oh, I'm
about the guy you lobotomized? Did he get a refund?
Quality's lousy, but I did what I could. What am I looking out for?
After all, we're married.
Consider that a divorce.
Night City offers the exact same experience since Braindances let you experience other people's memories. The line between who you are and who you're becoming gets blurred until you can't tell where one ends and the other begins. Total Recall asks if you're still you when your memories are fake. Cyberpunk is asking the same question but also lets you experience it for yourself. I mean, at this point we've got TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. Millions of people consume endless streams of other people's experiences, living through influencers and content creators. I think it's really interesting how over-the-top entertainment is presented here because it clearly has lost its mind and gone off the rails. But then again, look at the modern media landscape, especially on social media, and you'll see plenty of fucked up and over-the-top content. Not to mention all the useless stuff that will give you brain rot.
Emeka, are robots going to take human jobs?
We're more about shifting roles rather than stealing jobs. Think of us as your new co-workers who don't drink all the coffee and never bring fish to microwave in the communal kitchen.
Your company built the fucking thing. Now I gotta deal with it? I don't have time for this bullshit.
The Running Man came out in 1987 and gave us a future where entertainment is violence and the population is pacified by watching convicts get murdered on live TV. The game show is like a drug and influences people's dopamine hits and attention spans.
Americans love television. They wean their kids on it. They love sports, violence. So what do? We give them what they want.
The corporations and the Running Man control everything and the government is just their puppet. ICS owns the game show, the network and especially the narrative. Same deal in Night City with Arasaka and Militech. They've got private armies and write their own laws. When you die in Night City, Trauma Team shows up if you've got platinum insurance. If you don't, you're on your own because healthcare isn't a right. It's a product for people who can't afford it.
Suicide. Tomorrow? No! Today! What part of dead don't you understand? No, she was not pronounced dead by Trauma Team. If she'd have had coverage, we wouldn't be talking.
We already have deepfakes, misinformation campaigns, and media owned by billionaires with agendas. The current AI push makes everything even worse as it not only harms the livelihood of people, causing them to lose jobs, but it also is getting to a point where you can't even tell if what you're looking at is AI or an actual photograph. It really does seem like humans didn't learn a single thing from the original Terminator, which honestly, watching it today just feels like a prophetic movie instead of 80s sci-fi. It's no wonder why it became one of the greatest movies ever made.
There will come a point where no job is needed. You can have a job if you want to have a job for sort of personal satisfaction, but the AI will be able to do everything. So
all these movies understood that corporate power unchecked becomes indistinguishable from fascism. The Running Man's ICS, Robocop's OCP, Blade Runner's Tyrell Corporation, Total Recall's Recall, or Dread's mega corporations. They control resources, media, and law enforcement, shaping reality to serve profit. Cyberpunk 2077 puts you in a world where that's already happened, with corporations going to war with each other using private armies. Here, your value is determined by what you can produce or consume.
For 50 years, we've told them what to eat, what to drink, what to wear.
Playing Cyberpunk 2077 after watching those old movies on VHS feels strange, as the connections are impossible to miss, at least for me. The neon-soaked visuals and cynicism about power and human nature all come from the same understanding that unchecked corporate power and technological advancement without ethical consideration leads somewhere dark.
Killian, I'll be back.
Only in a rerun.